Hello, my name is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm reaching out to all of you beautiful souls out there. I hope you're getting out in nature somewhere, and also I hope you're really being kind to yourself and others. It's so important. If you want to see a change in the world or be a change in the world, we have to love each other and forgive each other for our shortcomings. Please forgive Starlight for not being perfect. Because what I realize is nobody's perfect. So yes, you're going to see Starlight have flaws on her videos, and I might say things that you might not agree with, and that is okay, because it's normal not to agree with everything, but to understand that I am here making a change in the world by being that change in the world that I want to see. So anyway, if you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome. And you could find me on YouTube, and that is at Starlight, and that is Kathy with a K, Dingman. Plus, if you want to see a change in the world or be a change in the world, you can give my videos a thumbs up. That way, YouTube will share it with other people, so we can get more people to get more help, so we can see that change in the world that we really desire, not just for us, but for kids, not just for our kids, but our grandkids and other people's kids and grandkids, for the future of this world. So anyway, I do love all of you, and besides liking my videos, you can also share my videos with a family member, a cat, a friend, a dog, a bird, and yeah, you could share my videos with all of them, and also you could subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget, it's early here, so I got to be really quiet. Don't forget to push the notification bell, and you can leave a message down below, beep, beep, beep. Plus, if you want, you can find me on Instagram, and that is at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook at Kathy with a K, Dingman Starlight. So anyway, I really want to jump right into this video, and this is what Starlight is going through right now, is what are you willing to give up to become like that greatest version of yourself, or to be a change that you want to see in this world? So only one person out there knows this besides my daughter. Nobody else knows this right now. My therapist does. But today is my last day at my apartment. And when I get all packed up today, I will be homeless. Yes, I did say that. I will be homeless after today. So, and today is, yesterday was the full moon, so this is the end of the month. And I am being evicted because I could not afford and pay for the rent. And that's really because it's all because of COVID. When that came out, is that I had my own cleaning business, and so I had to let that go and start a YouTube channel. So yes, I will be homeless, and I will still be making videos for YouTube and for you. Sorry about that, my camera's a little off. So now you might think that's the end of my world. No, it isn't. It's actually, I'm ending things in my life, letting go of things and places that no longer serve me, and so I am at the bottom, really, when I am in my vehicle tonight, to my first night sleeping in my car. And they say when you touched bottom, there's no other place to go but to rise above and be, get up in life. So I will be looking for a job this week. I've been so busy last week packing and moving things around and stuff like that, getting prepared for all of this. So I'm not here to have you feel sorry for me, but the reason why I made this video is that in order for us to see a change in the world, we do have to, or to be the best version that you can be, we got to let go of things that are no longer serving us, or people that are no longer serving us. And there's a list of different things. I am not finished with it yet, but I've already worked on it, is my thumbnail. More than a year ago, I fell in love with a deep diver out there, and I reached out and said, hey, I am interested in getting to know you more. And I would, I was letting them know that, I would love to get involved in your life, to be a part of his world, So he did. He let me know that, hey, I'm a vegan. If you're going to go with me, you can't be eating meat. So I did. I let go of that, not just because of him, but I never wanted to eat meat throughout my life because I love the animals. So I did. I worked on that, and it took like a year for me to work on that diet, to change, to let go of meat, steak, and, fish was my favorite of any animal, to eat. I had to let go of my chicken. I ate a lot of chicken. Eggs, I ate tons of eggs. I let go of dairy. I didn't have to let go of dairy, but that's something I decided to do anyway. So pizza was a hard thing for me to give up. I have not eaten a slice of pizza with lots of cheese dripping over the edge, like I was eating a vegetarian pizza. Oh, it was so good. Tomatoes, broccoli, olives, black olives, onions, all these goodies on there. And I didn't realize how, I'm like, oh my, when I gave up cheese, I was giving up my pizza. So, and the other thing that this deep diver said is that if you're, I let him know that I was open and made videos, or said stuff to him, like with writing, and I let him know that, I wasn't hiding it, as I was smoking pot, a while back, and again, he let me know that, hey, if you desire to be with me, you got to let go of that marijuana. I am not interested in going out with you if you're going to smoke marijuana. So you know what? I did. I gave it up. But then, what happened is I realized, I ended up smoking again. I kind of went out and, gave it all away the first time. And then I had to go out and, I bought more. And then I had to buy my pipes and, rolling papers. And I bought a lot, and then I realized, what? Because the first time that I gave it up, I wasn't giving it up for me. I was giving it up for him. So it had to be because I wanted to give it up for me and not just for him. And I did. I actually realized, what? I loved smoking pot. I loved the smell of pot, marijuana. I smell it everywhere in my area. I can drive down the road and smell it in the air, go to parks, many parks or hiking trails. People are all around. They were doing this before it was legal, but now that it's legal, it's everywhere now. Even at Walmart parking lots, for some reason, people, even though you're not supposed to, get high and drive, but, it is all around me, and it might be all around you. You might go places like, there's that smell again. Yeah. So I did. I gave up my marijuana, for a relationship. Now, are you willing to let go of things and I gave up my drinking. I gave up, I loved my wine every night with my marijuana, and I was listening to the wrong radio station. So what are you willing to give up, to be that change that you want to see in the world? And I gave up the stuff I was watching on my TV. I was not, Starlight, I have to be honest with you, Starlight was not watching good, healthy stuff on, Netflix. For some reason, I was watching a lot of shows like women getting raped and murdered and kids getting kidnapped and, serial killer stuff, it just was not good, and, I just was drawn to that stuff for some reason. I was watching it so I can learn, about serial killers and about rapists out there and women getting raped and how they defended themselves from their rapist, or with kids being kidnapped and, you know, like all horrible stuff. So I have not watched a movie. I only watched the Matrix a little bit, and then I forgot all about it. But that was the last movie, and it's been a couple of years now that I have not really fully watched a whole movie. You know, so I gave up so much. And like I said, I gave up my drinking. I used to drink my wine every single night, like 2 glasses of wine every single night. You know, so there's different reasons why I gave up the wine. It cost a lot, and I was gaining a lot of weight drinking that delicious red wine that, you know, not all red wine is good for you. There is some that is good for your health, but, you know, alcohol can get you to gain a lot of weight. You know, so what are you willing to give up for that guy or that girl in your life? So now you're probably wondering, why am I going homeless? Well, I am going homeless for really for the people in this world, really. I love people so much, and I love the homeless people, is that I believe that the universe, God, is doing this because I need to let go of stuff, and I need to start all over, you know, from scratch. You know, and do you think it's going to be easy? Absolutely not. But to let you know, nobody really knows it's except for God. But this will be my 4th time being homeless throughout my 52 years living on this planet, Earth. You know, and I started off before I even turned 16, living on the streets without a vehicle. And then I ended up living somewhere, and then I ended up being homeless again after that, without a car, without nowhere, no shelter, you know, and then I ended up being homeless again later on with a car, and it might be even my 5th time, you know, like of being homeless throughout my time, because, you know, I do believe that somehow or another, you know, I was getting back on my feet, and then I had to sell the car that I was living into, and I just can't remember how I ever made it after that point. So you know, so now this is either my 4th or 5th time throughout my life being homeless, either without a car or with a car. So right now I do have a vehicle. So what are you willing to do or let go of to be the change that you want to see in the world? And I know, like, me being homeless is not how I want to see the world at all. But I believe by me reaching to, that's my heart's desire, is to help people that are homeless. There's no reason that there's people homeless, you know, and it's not normal. You know, I made a video a long time ago when I first started out, because I seen homeless people in the wintertime living outside, you know, and a lot of people judge the homeless people in a wrong way, you know, and acting like they're all lazy. And, you know, like, I am not a lazy person. You know, I could have, you know, I have been tested by the universe throughout this whole time. When I gave up my cleaning business, I did what I felt that I needed to do at the time. You know, that I gave that up because I knew it wasn't going to last through another virus, you know, and I wanted to hurry up and go and do something to try to get something going. And I started my YouTube channel, and you know, I get signs and dreams and all that from the universe, like the numbers and stuff like that. And if you want, you can check that out, as I got other different videos about the universe and the angels, how they help us out with signs and numbers. So my very first video was called Are You Searching for Guidance? And that's how the universe speaks to you. But what was going on is I was getting information from the universe, like through tarot card reading is another way that the universe can reach out and help you, or people, or dreams, or numbers, or symbols, you know, is I didn't think the message was resonating with me. I was getting messages about change, you know, that there's gonna, you know, they're warning me, letting me know, like, hey, Starlight, there's gonna be change coming into your life. And I never knew if that was going to be a good change or a bad change, or what you think is good or bad, whether it's negative or positive. Is being homeless a negative thing? Really? You know what? The way I look at it is, being homeless, it's either you're going to fight to survive or you're going to cave in, you know, and I'm a fighter. I am a survivor. That's where I've been my whole life, is I have been in the survival mode my whole life. but now I'm letting the universe guide me. God is just not working in me by being, because I'm going to be homeless, but working on my landlord and what happened here in this house. My landlord knew that I was going to be homeless, and so I'm not going to really get into the whole story, what happened as far as my landlord goes. But you know what? God's not just working on me. The universe is working on my landlord and her life as well. So this did not just affect Starlight being homeless. So with that being said, is being homeless a negative thing? No, because when I am homeless, I'm going to still work on making these videos. But this week coming up, I'm going to go out and I'm going to work like a little, like I am going to go out and find a job that is going to be a good fit for me, and so be careful who you judge when you are out in public. And a lot of you are like, why don't you go to the government, Starlight, for help? Absolutely not. That's a smack in God's face. You think, it's almost like going to the devil and saying, hey, God couldn't help me out, can you? Absolutely. You know how many times my landlord asked me, because it wasn't about caring about me, it was caring about getting her money. No. You know how many people said, why don't you go to the government? Why don't, even Catholic Charity said, why don't, they're not going to give you help. They're going to send you right to the government. I've had many people saying, Starlight, why don't you go do this? No. You know what? There's people way worse than I am. So I am not here to complain. I'm not here to get you to feel sorry for me. But what are you willing to give up? To be that change in the world, to be your greatest version, to maybe, what are you willing to give up to get that job that you want? What are you willing to do to get in the relationship where you can be loved unconditionally and respected and treated like human and not being abused? What are you willing to do to get that job? Are you willing to stop drinking alcohol or drugs to get that job that you really desire? What are you willing to change in your life to be that change that you want to see in the world? And I have a heart for the homeless people, like I was saying, and there's no reason for people being homeless. And you know what? A lot of people tell the homeless people, why don't you go and live in a shelter? Well, you know what? That's easier said than done. Even my doctor just asked me that yesterday. You know what? Those places are not clean. I have a car I can live into. It's easy for people to tell me, why don't I do this, and would you go and live in a shelter? Yeah, I'm just asking a question. Would you like to be cramped up with other people and not have your privacy? So there's a lot of reasons why people don't go to the government, because of control, having them, I don't need to go to the government and get a handout. I'm a big girl. I can go and look for a job on my own. The only reason why I didn't do this before is because I thought that the universe was going to do something, and because of the signs and stuff like that was going on in my life. But I didn't understand, sometimes if you're not really paying attention to the signs, you could get tripped up a little bit. And, because I was getting messages from tarot card readers that said, Virgo's a Virgo, and I didn't know that it was talking to me, I thought, oh, that I'm not moving until I get with my twin flame. That's not for Starlight. But you know what? I was wrong. The universe was letting me know that there was change and that I was going to be moving. I thought I was going to stay here for my rest of my time until I got with my twin flame. And the reason why I believe that God wants me out of this apartment is because last year, around August 16th, I put a video out there, is that I had a spiritual awakening last year where I really believed that my landlord was spying on me in this apartment, and I didn't move because I was in a different mindset where, I didn't think I could afford moving out because it's a cheap rent, so you got to really be careful of who you judge when they're homeless, because, they could be the ones out there that are really trying to do something in this world, and maybe they're working on themselves, and that's the way they do it. So being homeless is not the end of the world, because I know other people that, that are in a hospital. They're in pain all the time, so it is not the end of the world for Starlight. So I don't want you to worry about Starlight. The universe is going to take care of all my needs and everything. And, I am going to get back on my feet, and I'm going to find a job, and I'm going to pay for my bills, get them all caught up. I'm going to have my own apartment, in a safe area, so I will be able to do this, and I'm going to be making videos throughout the time like I have been, as much as I can. So please be patient with me as I go through this transition in my life, so I had to learn to let go of things. I had lots of things in my apartment, so, and with my twin flame, the king of my world, I let go of a lot of things, like to prove that hey, I am that girl. I can let go of that for you and for me, so I changed a lot for somebody. It's just like with me, like I just had somebody that I knew, I know, and they would love to be with Starlight, but they're not willing to let go of drugs or cigarettes or alcohol or gambling, and even I am not interested at all, but because I am already in a higher love with my twin. It's just that there's some people, they, you might desire that girl or that guy, and maybe you're not a match. Maybe you're doing stuff that they, like, maybe they don't like smoking cigarettes. Starlight's like that. Ugh. Like the smell, I go out in public, like yesterday I was waiting for an appointment with my therapist. Yes, I see a therapist. Why? It's because I need support right now. Not that there's anything wrong with me. It's just that I need somebody to talk to. I am going through a lot. So I see my therapist once a week, because I do. I need somebody to talk to that can understand me. My therapist is amazed with what I am going through right now. She can't believe the stuff that I told her yesterday, in my appointment, letting her know that we really do. We really need to see a change in this world, for the kids' future. There is no future if we keep on repeating what we've been repeating for freaking ever. Really, we need to change, and that change starts with me, and that starts with you. We all have to work on areas. There's so many areas, like I put on my thumbnail on this video. There's drugs, alcohol. It could be that you have an addiction of sex or gambling addiction. There's so many things. Watching the wrong movies, watching, like listening to the wrong kind of music that can be tripping you up. I put marijuana on there because that can trip you up. I love smoking pot. I don't smoke it anymore. I gave it up, gave it all away. Here you go. Ching, like $100 worth of marijuana, brand new, beautiful bowl, another brand new grinder, because I realized in order for me to be a YouTuber, I had to give that up. It was tripping me up. It was getting me to fall back. And if you really want to become your greatest version of yourself, or be a change in the world, or see a change in the world, we really do. We all have to work on ourselves to see that change that we want to see in the world. We need to forgive each other. That's what I just am uploading now, is that forgive them, for they know not what they do. And I'm not going to explain that video, but really we need to forgive people that have done us wrong. There's some people that could have done you some evil stuff. We need to let that go in order for in order for you to heal. So we need to forgive people. We need to understand that really race is an illusion. We are all spirit beings having a human experience. There is nobody greater or lesser. Even though tomorrow, I will be homeless, that doesn't mean that I am lesser than you because you're a millionaire and you're a billionaire and you got so much money you don't know what to do with, or that you're so smart that you don't, that you know everything and, all that. That doesn't mean that you're better than I am because I'm going to be homeless. Nobody is greater or lesser. You know, we're all the same. We have, you know, the same, we're all unique in a different way. You know, Starlight is rich and abundant, you know, but, you know, the universe is going to do things in my life so I can help homeless people out. I am going to be a voice for those homeless people out there. I don't know what God is going to do in my life, but I am letting go of everything for this YouTube channel. And you're thinking, why didn't you, you know, like, yeah, you know what? When I was living in this house and I knew I couldn't pay the rent, you know, I was being tested. You know, like, am I going to hold firm? Am I going to run and hurry up and run out and try to go get help? No, I didn't. I didn't. You know how many people would have freaking flipped out in my situation knowing that they were going to lose everything? You know, so I did. I gave so much stuff away. I had so much money in this apartment, brand new stuff, arts and crafts, things that I bought for years that took me years to work, you know, and to be able to get all this stuff. I donated a whole bunch of stuff like I've done through my whole life. You need a beautiful bed. I have one here. You know, I'm going to miss my bed. I'm going to miss my bathtub with the hot water, you know, but that's okay. You know, but because, you know what means a lot to me? You do. You do in the future of this world, really. I care so much about the homeless people. I could have easily gone and got another job, but I was trusting and believing that the universe was going to take care of all my needs and all that. And the universe is. I'm being fed every day. You know, so what if I got to live in my car for a little bit? You know, I will get back on my feet before winter. I will get a job. God's already going to bless me in ways that I don't even understand or comprehend. You know, like, I am not afraid. I have archangels that are guarding me and protecting me every day. So, you know, like my doctor, you know, people will do this. They will try to scare you. Well, you know, like, what about your safety? Well, you know, like, I am protected. I have God supporting me and loving me and protecting me. I got archangels all around me all the time. Archangel Michael is always there for me. So I am not afraid, even though I'm a female, you know, so I'm going to be reaching out to the homeless people in my area, you know, because I'm going to be homeless. You know, I'm bringing my arts and crafts with me, you know, because when I'm not working, I need something to do. So I'm going to, you know, I'm going to go out and get that job, you know, that I really, really desire to have out there. You know, I'm going to find out what kind of jobs are available, you know, to get myself back on my feet again. And I will do this. This is like 4th or 5th time being homeless. So the more you go through this, you learn a lot, you know. So and see, and that's the whole thing. I'm not going to be on drugs. I'm not going to be on alcohol. I'm not going to be out gambling. I'm not going to be smoking cigarettes. No, I'm going to, you know, like, I'm going to be a voice to the homeless people, you know, or the children out there, the children that get abused. I am going to be that voice. I am going to be that person out there making a change, you know, and it starts with me. And we all need to really love it and support each other and help each other through these hard times, you know, because if I wasn't going through this now, it would be hitting me later on. So this would have, you know, if I just stayed in my cleaning business and didn't start my YouTube channel up like God wanted me to do at the time, you know, I obeyed God. That's all I can say. God wanted me to do what I did, and I have no regrets. I know what I am doing is for the greater good of this world. So I don't really care what anybody thinks and how crazy they think I am for doing what I am doing. It's not about anybody else. It's about God. It's about the universe. It's about the people. It's about the future of the children, about the, you know, their lives, you know, and their families and stuff like that. That's what this is for. So, what are you willing to let go of in your life? You know, like, to be the change, to become your greatest version of yourself. Are you willing to let go of marijuana? Are you willing to let go of things that no longer serve you? Are you willing to let go of that relationship that you are so not happy with? You know, are you willing to move out of that house and be single and live by yourself and do everything all on your own to be happy, you know, and content And there's a lot of people out there that struggle with that, is they don't want to be by themselves. They're thinking of all the work that they have to do, the bills that they have to do, and how they have to be responsible. We have to be responsible. It's a mindset, really. You got to get your mindset, okay, I am living in fear in this relationship. I am not happy in this relationship. I am depressed by being in this relationship. So how can I get free from this? Instead of thinking of, like that they're maybe paying half the bills, or that they're there doing half the stuff. Really, it's a mindset that you have to change. You have to realize that, what? I can do this. I am going to do this. I am going to break up with this person. I am going to move out. I am going to get a job. I am going to go out and find a job and plan on moving out so I can have a peace of mind. Like I am miserable in this relationship. I need to break free from this relationship. I need to spend quality time with myself so I can find out who I am. So that way I know what to look for the next time. I need to give myself a break from relationships so I can think and clear out my mind. Maybe you're living in a place that's not serving you, like right now, like God has moved me out of this apartment because of what was going on last year in this apartment. So I am not crazy. I am just waking up. So we need to really think of what we are doing and what we need to let go of. People, what kind of people do you need? Is that relationship really, is it healthy for you? Are people treating you in a good, kind way? Or are they criticizing you, judging you, making you feel little? So we need to let go of those people. And when you do, God is going to bless you down the road, but it's going to take a lot of hard work. Like Starlight, it's like, oh great, I got rid of everything, and I did practically. I gave a whole bunch of stuff. I am trying to keep as much as I can. That means a lot to me. It's crazy. I have stuff that I'm going to somehow or another put in my car, where I can maybe make some money, so I can get gas money, and so really you got to understand, anybody that's out there homeless, you got to understand maybe they're not, some people judge them and say they're stupid or lazy or low lives, or, they're dirty and all this stuff, and you'd probably wonder how come, they're not in a shelter. Those I've been in hospitals before having spiritual awakenings, not like a hospital that you go to the ER, but it's been dirty. Here I was cleaning it up. I'm a cleaner. So Starlight's van, not van, but an SUV is clean. Not that it's clean, but it's gonna, and I don't have to worry about hearing other people, like being surrounded by negative energies, so I will be safe in my vehicle, safer than being out, in a shelter somewhere. I would get depressed being in a shelter, being surrounded. I need my space, being by myself, and I'm grateful for my vehicle. So it could be worse. There's people that don't even have a vehicle and they are homeless. So what are you willing to let go of? What kind of things are tripping you up? What kind of addictions or habits that you have that it's taking your time away or stealing your joy away, and it's a step-by-step process. It's a mental thing that first you got to recognize that it's a problem first. You got to see that it's a problem in order to fix it. If you can't see that it's a problem, then it's never going to get fixed. So what is the things that you need to let go of? Do you got a temper? Do you need to let that go? Do you judge people? Maybe you got to let that go. Do you criticize people or yourself? You got to let that go. I love all of you so much that I am sacrificing everything to see the change that I want to see in the world, to be that change that I am willing to do the work in my inside, in my heart space, in my mind, to forgive people, to let that go, to, love each other, love people, understand that everybody's in a different situation for a different reason. So, really think twice when you see a homeless person. Not all of them are, there's a lot of them that do have mental illnesses out there or could be on some kind of medication, so really we do need to love each other, and we do need to let go of things, You desire this, you desire that. What are you willing to do to get those things that you desire? You know, it does. It takes a lot of hard work. So you will be, you know, at this more than likely will be my last video in my apartment, because the rest of the day I will be packing and moving things around, you know, like to be able to get moved out, you know. So tonight will be my last bath, you know, hot bath water, you know. And I know that God is doing a thing and a work inside of me. So you got to trust those signs. You got to really listen when God says things. You know, God was letting me know that I was going to be moving. I just didn't think God was talking to me, you know, and I realized God is having me to end this I have to end things in order for a new beginning. So I am going to start from the bottom, like I said in the video that I put a long time ago about homeless people, and that we need to love those homeless people. I think there's 2 or 3 videos that I made about homeless people. So in one of those messages, I said I am going to start at the bottom with the homeless people and work my way up. And that's why I believe that God has put me through this now. It's a test, you know, and I am going to pass. I am going to pass. I'm going to get myself back on my feet. I'm going to do this without the government's help. So anyway, I do love all of you. And I don't want you to be sad. Just pray for me. Pray for Starlight. Starlight could use all the prayers in the world right now to help me to, you know, like to get back on my feet. You know, that I'm searching for wisdom and guidance right now in my life, so I know what to do and how to do everything. And I do love all of you. I will be back. I am not disappearing. I just want to let you know that, you know, things are going to be quite different as far as video making. And anyway, I do love all of you. Make sure you are loving yourself first, you know, and love other people out there, and really, you know, think twice when you see a homeless person again, because it could be you. So anyway, I do love all of you. You can give this video a thumbs up. You can share my video, since I heard this crow out there, with a family member, a friend, a cat, a dog, and a crow, my favorite bird of all animals, birds. I mean, that's my favorite, is a crow. They've saved Starlight's life before. They are very awesome. They are a very intelligent bird. And besides sharing my video with your pet crow, is you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can push the notification bell. Also, you can leave a message down below, beep, beep, beep. And you can follow me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook at Kathy with a K, Dingman Starlight. So anyway, I do love all of you. I don't want you to worry about me. If anything, pray for me. Starlight loves when people pray. I am a believer of power of prayer. And so anyway, I know that the universe is going to take care of me, and everything will be great. When I get adjusted, it will work out good in the end. So anyway, this is Starlight, love and light. Peace.